All right, so this is from the Pocket Anger Manager. Um, so what I want to try to do is give me some problems. Give me some problems, some things that are problems. Just kind of like, give me some examples of things that you experience in your own life, in your own relationships that are problems. So I'll give you an example. Dishes in the sink. Dishes, right? What's another problem?
Money bills.
Money, finances, right? Finances. What's another problem?
Communication.
Be more specific.
Dominations.
Domination. Okay, we'll use domination. Okay.
So
Be a little bit more specific. Communication. Yelling.
yelling, silent treatment.
Okay, let's go yelling. Silent treatment. Okay. Let's say sex. All right. So what we want to do is we want to practice putting these things into an I statement. Uh, problem. I feel. I need. Okay. So if we were going to practice, right? How would you put? We got to imagine a problem with these, right? So when I see dishes in the sink, I feel frustrated. I need us to figure out a way to keep the sink clean. Okay. So I want us to go through these things and practice making I statements. Okay. So who wants to take the first one? Okay. So when we're not handling finances and paying bills on time, I feel overwhelmed. I need us to come up with a plan for taking care of the business, taking care of the bills. Right? Okay. Good. Thank you. Who wants to take another one? Okay. When I see dishes in the sink, I feel disgusted. I think we need to figure out a plan for taking care of the dishes, right? Okay. All right. Now we got some words, right? We got some feeling. In order to do this, right? You got to have there are three parts. What's the problem? What's the feeling? And then what do you need? Okay? So it's kind of important. You got to have I'm encouraging you to have these parts. Because if you don't have those parts, what ends up happening is everything you say sounds like an accusation. When I see dishes in the sink, I think you've been sitting here watching TV all day. That's an accusation. We don't know that. And if you make that kind of accusation, what happens with your partner? Right. Now you basically have made two problems. What's the first problem? Dishes in the sink. What's the second problem? No. Yeah. That statement. I think you've been watching TV all day. That second statement is an accusation that creates a whole different problem for you. Now you accuse her. Now she's going to say, no, I haven't. Yes, you have. No, I haven't. Yes, you have. Now you totally off the dishes in the sink, and now she's defending the accusation that she's been watching TV all day. Okay, so the question is, how do you combat receiving the silent treatment if you do this correctly? Okay, that's a really good question. What do you guys think? You say keep pressing. What do you do?
Go through the process, you put it out there.
It will be a continuous process, what we will do. If it is one day, you do, the next day, same thing.
So you be patient, right? You're saying be patient. If it's one day, that's one thing. If it's 2 days, that's something else. If it's 3 days, that's something else, right? Now, one thing I want you to remember is you can only invite your partner to change. You can't make her change. So this is like a way to invite her by letting her know what the problem is, how you feel about it, and asking for what you need, you're inviting her to join you. But the person doesn't have to. And we need to know that. So my question is, what's the alternative?
You mean the consequence or alternative?
No, what alternative do I have if I don't invite her, if I don't, let her know what the problem is, how I feel, or what I need? What's the alternative? Right. Then I can bully her. I can become abusive and try to make her do something. But we all know the results of that, right? And now, maybe nobody in our life ever talked to us like that. Maybe nobody ever told us, hey, this is the problem, this is how I feel, and this is what I need. Maybe we were forced. Get in there and do your goddamn homework before and that's the way we think we're supposed to be talking to people. And it makes perfect sense if that's what you're used to. But now coming here, I want to we need to help each other avoid that situation. Don't threaten. Don't make any threats. You may have to do the thing that you're asking for, right? And you may have to say this a number of times before your partner gets it, right? You don't have any power over her in that way. Let's do another one. When you yell at me, put it into an I statement. Somebody.
Okay, when you yell at me, I feel disrespected.
Uh-huh. I need
us to find a way to talk to each other in a calm way.
I need you to speak to me without yelling. I need you to find a way to talk to me where we're not yelling. So you said, when you yell at me, I feel disrespected. I need you to talk to me in a calm way. Right. That's close enough, right? With more practice, we get better at it. That's why I got us practicing. That's close enough. The main thing I want you to do is avoid being abusive. That's the big thing here. Avoid being abusive. So you may not exactly say it right. That's okay. But I want you to avoid, God damn it, get your ass up and, or you've been sitting here all day, how come? You're stepping right on a minefield, right? She's already probably feeling bad about something else that doesn't have anything to do with you, and then we step on it. Now, when you yell at me, when we yell in the house, right, I feel startled. I need you to just come and get me, or come and, without yelling, get my attention. Because I throw back to the house. I go back to, PTSD and childhood. We start yelling, it's about to be something going on, right? So that startles me. I might be doing something, and she yells, and I'm like, what? I think she may have fallen down, or we may have an intruder. The other night we are sitting watching TV, and we got the kind of burglar alarm on the house that if the door opens, we get this announcement, back door. Okay, all right, I'm sitting there watching TV and we hear back door.
Oh boy.
My boxers go right up my ass. Okay? It's fight or flight. She gets up, goes in the kitchen, grab a knife. I'm like, for what? And I got to go downstairs to see that the breeze has pushed the door open.
That always has
Right. That was my question. Wait a minute, I just moved in. This is your house. So I'm pretty chicken shit. To tell you the truth, right? All right. So silent treatment, right? Put that in an I statement. Anybody? When you give me the silent treatment, I feel neglected. Yeah, I need you to talk to me. I need us to figure out a way for us to communicate. I need you to talk to me. Right? Right? Now, a good question to ask your partner is the same question we asked earlier. What makes it difficult for you to talk to me? She'll tell you. She'll give you a laundry list, and you can do something about it. You don't have to guess. She'll tell you. And then if you ask her that question, then you might be able to say to her what makes it difficult for you to talk to her. And then with the two lists, you guys can do something about it. Right? Don't think it's easy for people to talk to you. It's not. Right? But now, wait a minute, let's talk a little bit about the silent treatment. That's called like pouting, sulking. Right? Isn't that powerful? Ooh, I'm just not going to talk to you. I must be stubborn. I'm not going to talk to you. That sends us into distress, doesn't it?
It's like instant divorce.
Right. You think the worst, right? It triggers distorted thinking, right?
That's
Yeah,
childish. No, that's just...
Well, it may be childish, but it don't feel good to get the silent treatment. That's why I do it. I know it don't feel good. I'm going to give her the silent treatment, right? I know it's painful, right? I'm going to sulk. I'm going to pout, right? I'm feeling something. So like, this is the antidote to what we call alexithymia, no words for feelings. A lot of us have no words for feelings, and we got to develop a feeling vocabulary so we can do this. So we don't have to act on our feelings. We can communicate. You know, like they say in preschool, use your words. That's not a put down to anybody. You know, all I mean is we got to learn how to use our words to express what we need. Because look, what if this worked? What if you actually started saying what the problem is, how you feel, and what you need, and what if you discovered? What if it just happened that she started taking care of this stuff? She started actually meeting your needs. Yeah, it'd be pretty slick, right? Why would that be a good thing?
Could make the relationship better.
Right. It would keep you from being abusive. It would make you closer together. You'd feel more satisfied. So what you ask for, you have to give. Right? And if you give it, right? If I'm not engaging in the silent treatment, there's a good chance she won't engage in the silent treatment. And like, remember, what you're accusing your partner of doing, your laundry list of what she does. She does this, she does this, she does this, she does this, she does this. Check yourself against it. Make sure you're not doing it. Right? And then we got a chance to meet each other at the level of need. We may have never had that in our relationship. Somebody that was willing or capable of identifying what our needs are and helping us take care of them. Don't be surprised if she never had anybody talk to her in that way. Don't expect too much when you go back. We still got to do the right thing no matter what. All right, so let's, what about sex? We often struggle with sex. We either don't have enough, have too much, it's not the way we want it to be, and I really need to be able to say what the problem is, how I feel, and what I need. If you're not getting your needs met, you're going to be unhappy. If you're unhappy, you're going to make other people unhappy. So put sex in an I statement. Somebody make it. Distant. When we don't have sex, I feel distant. I need
a little more love.
Yeah, I need love, right? That's close enough. That's good. Then you look, what we're trying to do is get it out and not be abusive. Not blame her for anything. You didn't say we're not having sex because there's something wrong with you. Because you've been looking at the neighbor and you're hot for him, right? You said it without being abusive. You gave her the best opportunity to do something about it where she doesn't feel, well, forget you. I don't even want to have sex with you because you pissed me off now because you accused me of something, right? Right. right? Yeah, she's launching to the silent treatment. Because she's going to go to the silent treatment because she knows. What does she know?
You want it.
Well, okay, we're talking that you want sex for sure, right? But people use the silent treatment. Why would somebody use the silent treatment?
Make you stop. Punishment.
Well, there's a lot of, it's so handy, right? The silent treatment is so much utility in it, right? I can punish you, I can piss you off, but I can also protect myself because I know that if I say one more thing, you could launch on me, right? So I just get silent, right? It makes perfect sense. You know, I grew up in one of those households. Who broke the lamp? I do not know. I do not know. Right? Who did that? I don't know. My hands still could be with gas on them, right? I don't know. It makes sense. I don't want to be hit. I don't want to have a bad outcome, right? So now let's talk about this sex thing, right? Again, you know, when we don't have sex, I feel disappointed. I'd like to have sex more often. Now, usually, this is the big thing. Usually when we're not having sex, it's because she's walking around with some resentment about me because I haven't done something she's asked me to do. I'm not meeting her need in some way. She's not going to want to have sex if I got a big pile of garbage in the kitchen that I haven't taken out for 4 or 5 days. She's not going to be feeling sexy, right? She's not going to want to have sex if she's asked me to do something repeatedly and I haven't done it. She's not going to want to have sex. She's not going to want to have sex if there's a big pile of laundry in there and I'm looking at her to do it when I know how to run the laundry. She's not going to want to have sex. She's not going to want to have sex if there's a lot of, if she's doing more chores than I'm doing and we both working 40 hours. Right? She's not going to want to have sex. So a lot of times I can answer my own question by just checking my behavior. Right? But now here's the other thing. When we don't have sex, I feel disconnected. I need you to talk to me about what the problem is, right? Maybe it's me. A lot of times, most of the time, it's me. And I need to be strong enough to hear the feedback without going crazy, right? What about the other way?
What about domination? Can we do domination?
Yeah, sure. Kick it off.
I don't know how to do
Okay. What is domination? What does that mean, domination?
take control of the house.
Right. Bullying, intimidating. Those are other words for it, right? Dominating. My way or the highway. Right? That kind of stuff. When you dominate me, I feel inadequate. I need you to lighten up. When you bully me.
That domination was like taking, like whoever's in charge of the house.
Yes. Okay, it could be controlling behavior. You know, when I feel controlled, I feel resistant. You know, I need you to not. The more specific you can be, right? Because if you say control, she might not know what you mean, right? When you do the bills all the time, when you make the decisions about TV. Oh, this is one that came up. You're in a relationship, and you want to go to the baseball game, and she says no, right? So she's saying no to things that you want to do. That's kind of like dominating in a way, right? Without saying it, kind of being passive aggressive, right? So when I suggest some things for us to do, right, I need you to kind of agree to them sometime. Go with me, participate, right? I feel left out. I feel alone. I feel frustrated. I need you to participate with me in some activities sometime, right? Domination, right? Nobody likes to be dominated in the group. Nobody wants to be dominated. When I feel dominated, I feel angry. I need you to become aware of how you dominate the situation. I need to be able to tell you when you're dominant, when I feel like you're dominating. I need to be able to tell you that. How do you guys feel about the conversation that we're having?
Helpful.
Pretty good. Real life example.
Uh-huh.
Domination, is that like all over the budget? Making decisions without consent. Or
Yes, we could put it under the umbrella, but that's also, okay, you're asking, does domination fall under the bucket of making all the decisions or making the main decisions, right? But we got another word for that. When you make unilateral decisions, a unilateral decision is when I make the decision without consulting you on something that I'm going to need you for. If I don't need you, I can make the decision. But if I need you, I need to come to you and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? Now, this is what we fall into all the time. People do us this way. They volunteer us for stuff. They make decisions without talking to us. And we need to bring this up. When you make a unilateral decision, how do you feel?
I think that's
Wait a minute. I feel nervous, right? I worry, right? How do you feel when somebody does that? I feel imposed upon. Huh? You're imposing. Yeah, I feel forced, right? What do I need? I need you to notice that that's happening, right? I need you to talk to me before you make a decision, right? I would prefer. Maybe she won't do it. Maybe they won't do it. But the preference is I would prefer that you talk to me about it, especially if you need me to do something. If you don't need me, right? If you don't need my money, then you can make any decision you want. So let's go to. So she would say, let's go to the movies. You get to the movies. Let's go to the park.
No, you say movie, we'll watch movie.
Right.
Say, no.
And she just keeps changing.
Yeah, change.
Right.
We have to stop. I will try to stop in the first while changing the second decision. if I given the permission to start, immediately she jumped to fourth one.
Something else, right. So when you change your mind a lot, right? When you change your mind a lot, I feel confused. I feel exhausted. I feel frustrated. I feel like, goddamn, right?
Already I have given the control to your choice.
Right. But now look, if
Sunday, that is for home, because you are always at home, right? So I have given the choice to move somewhere.
Right. Now look. We can no longer, now this is different, right? You can no longer just let things go without saying something. If we want it to change, we got to bring it up. You can't expect it to change if you're unwilling to talk about it. What is the problem? How do you feel about it? And what do you need? Don't expect anything to change that you don't bring up. I come into your house. Could you step out of the house, please? They're not going to do that. That's what we're trying to avoid, right? But she may not be used to you even doing this, not know how to respond to it, right? Expect that. Don't expect too much. This is a whole new way. She's used to you yelling and screaming and getting mad and pouting and doing all the stuff, dominating, But we're going to give ourselves a break, right? We're going to try something new, right? And look, this is an experiment. Each one of us is going home to experiment with a new way of being, and hopefully next week we're going to all see each other, right? Hopefully next week we're going to all be in here together, say we made it, right? We've got to try something new. It won't change until it's different. And you're the one that's got to be different. You're coming here, you're getting the help. You got to be, in order to get what you want, what is the problem? How do you feel? And what do you need? Can you do that? I want you guys to be able to do that without a problem.
I tried it. It worked like a charm.
Right. And we can't. Good. You tried it and it worked. You got a different result, huh? And then now we can't be tied to any outcome. You have to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not because you're necessarily getting what you want. You won't always get what you want, but I want you to get what you want more than you are right now. And I want you, goddamn, how are you going to possibly get what you want if you don't know? Right? How are you going to get what you want? And you may be talking to somebody that wants a whole bunch of stuff, and they don't even know what they want. You know, it wouldn't be the first time I've been at the house. Goddamn, she washing dishes now. I wish she'd cook something. Now she's cooking. I wish she'd do something else. I don't even know what I want her to do. I just want her to do something different than what she's doing. Right? Right?
I was the only one like that.
Just do something else. I don't even know what it is. Right? So we can laugh at that, but that's, you know, she's dealing with me and I'm that way. I'm dealing with her and she's that way. Right? But you guys are coming along. You kind of get what I'm talking about with the I statement? You will forget. Don't think you're going to remember, right? It takes practice. That's why I'm trying to get you some reps in here, right?
That's what's scary too. It's like he said, you know, you do it and you know you get different results.
Right.
You know, the results that you get, you know, is a good one, but then it's new territory, so you're like, it's like a mind game.
Right. It's like you try it, you're saying you try it and you get a different result and it's even different for you.
Yeah, so it's like, is she gonna think of something?
Yeah. You might even start liking her. You might even start liking her, huh? You might start liking your damn relationship, huh? It'll be a surprise, huh? Yeah, you're right. Put you in a completely different place. So we gotta like use principles, right? We got to use these principles: honesty, open-mindedness, willingness, trust, forgiveness, to help us in a new situation. And that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to leave what we know and try something new, right? And just see. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try it, right? And we're going to try some other stuff. But I think this I statement is your best friend. I think it can be. On the job, in your relationship at home, with people. The I statement is important. If you put together a good I statement, you can be a manager on a job. Huh? Because everybody's looking for somebody that knows what the problem is, understand how it makes them feel, and what they need, right? If you can get that kind of direction, you can get people to move the way you want them to move if they are interested in being in a relationship, if they're interested in being on the job. I think your wife wants to please you. I just think she doesn't know how. And I really believe you want to please your wife. I just think you don't know how. So when you start seeing what the problem is, how you're feeling about it, and what you need, you can start pleasing people efficiently.